In the quiet suburb where seemingly nothing remarkable ever happened, a tale was unfolding that would send shockwaves through a community and leave a lasting imprint on those who thought they knew the lives of others. This is the true story of a wife who believed she had the perfect life, only to uncover layers of deception and darkness that could chill even the most seasoned observers. Have you ever truly known the person sleeping beside you? Today, we delve into the unsettling mystery of a marriage that spiraled into a narrative of betrayal and unfathomable depth. At the heart of this story is a couple who seem to have it all: love, respect, and a life envied by many. Yet behind closed doors lurked secrets that would unravel their world, exposing a side of human nature that questions our very understanding of trust. As we journey into this tale, we promise a gripping exploration of the hidden facets of a man who went too far and a woman blindsided by the extent of his actions. Prepare yourself for an intense journey as we uncover the layers of this chilling story, where nothing is as it seems and every revelation leads to more questions. Stay with us as we peel back the curtains on a life transformed by secrets, driven by motives that will shock you, and consequences that changed everything. The seemingly perfect marriage began like a fairy tale, with a chance meeting at a cozy cafe, where laughter and stolen glances marked the beginning of a love story so pure it seemed destined by fate. From the onset, they were inseparable, their chemistry palpable as they embarked on journeys across sunlit beaches and charming villages, capturing moments that would later grace the pages of their shared life. Friends marveled at their connection, describing them as a couple whose laughter could fill a room and whose love was a beacon of hope for those yearning for the same. Theirs was a relationship marked by shared passions and tender moments, a symphony of mutual respect and admiration that others only dreamed of. Family gatherings were filled with stories of their adventures, and smiles were the enduring echo of their unity. From lavish dinner parties where they charmed guests with their genuine warmth, to quiet evenings spent wrapped in each other's arms, every moment together painted a picture of a partnership without flaws. Their wedding was a beautiful affair, an idyllic celebration encapsulated by vows spoken amid a sea of blooming flowers under a clear azure sky. Guests left with hearts full and eyes misty, convinced they had witnessed the unbreakable bond between two soulmates. To the outside world, they were the epitome of marital bliss, a couple whose every photograph told a story of happiness and harmony. But beneath this polished exterior, unbeknownst to their adoring public, subtle cracks began to form, hinting at underlying complexities that would later unravel their idyllic existence. As we explore the layers of their seemingly perfect marriage, we invite you to peer beyond the surface of this enchanting tale, where appearances deceive and the truth lies hidden beneath the veneer of perfection. Stay with us as we venture deeper into the shadows cast by their love, searching for the faint whispers of disquiet that hinted at the storm to come. Unveiling the first signs of trouble, we find ourselves peering into a seemingly serene household where subtle changes began to manifest, casting faint shadows on the bright façade of their union. It started with hushed conversations in corridors that once resonated with laughter. She noticed his late arrivals become more frequent, cloaked under the guise of work obligations that seemed endless. Friends began whispering among themselves about the slight distance growing between them, a chasm that was invisible to the untrained eye, yet palpable to those who knew them well. Testimonies from close acquaintances painted a picture of a man increasingly preoccupied, often lost in thought, with a gaze that lingered too long on distant horizons. There were moments when his smiles appeared strained, like a mask slipping under the weight of hidden burdens. He became secretive about the simplest of things, guarding his phone as if it were a cherished relic, sparking her curiosity and igniting a flicker of unease in her heart. The once warm exchange of words between them grew tepid, punctuated by uncharacteristic silences that filled the spaces where conversations used to thrive. Even on mornings when the sun bathed their kitchen in golden light, the air felt different, laden with unsaid thoughts and emotions that hovered just out of reach. She found herself questioning the smallest inconsistencies, the little things he used to share that now remained unspoken. As they attended social gatherings, she noticed the eager eyes of friends searching for reassurance in their interactions, silently rooting for the couple who had once been the exemplars of affection. These early red flags, subtle and almost imperceptible, hinted at underlying issues that threatened to unravel their once picturesque life. As we delve deeper into the unraveling, stay with us to uncover how these signs, ignored at first, would evolve into a prelude of revelations too shocking to imagine. The hidden secrets began to unfold like pages of a long-forgotten novel, each revelation bearing the weight of untold stories that had been carefully tucked away. It started with a diary entry she stumbled upon one evening, hidden beneath old photographs that whispered of simpler times. The entry spoke of sleepless nights filled with worry, as financial strains seeped into their lives like a slow tide creeping onto the shore. Bills that had once been paid without a second thought now lingered unpaid, casting a shadow over their once carefree existence. As she pieced together fragments of conversations and transactions, she uncovered a trail of expenditures that baffled and alarmed her, suggesting habits and indulgences unknown to her. In the quiet moments when dusk settled over their home, she would sit by the window, scrolling through emails that revealed private communications laden with hidden meanings and veiled truths. The correspondence unveiled discrepancies in his accounts, cryptic references to meetings she was never aware of, and exchanges that hinted at bonds forged beyond the confines of their marriage. With each email, the image of the man she loved began to shift, morphing into a stranger with secrets too heavy to remain concealed. Her heart ached as she read messages hinting at infidelity, delicate words woven into intimate conversations that made her question the sincerity of the vows they once exchanged. It was as if she was peering into a world she was never meant to see, a world where deception and betrayal were as commonplace as the love they once shared. The realization washed over her, a cold wave of disbelief and sorrow that threatened to drown her beneath its depths. The more she delved into these communications, the more the façade they had built crumbled, revealing a reality starkly different from the one she had cherished. There were moments she would pause, heart racing, as she comprehended the magnitude of the secrets kept hidden from the outside world, secrets that had infiltrated the very core of their life together. Join us as we continue this journey into the heart of a tangled web woven from lies and truth, exploring the labyrinth of hidden desires and clandestine actions that would ultimately redefine their reality and challenge everything she thought she knew about the man she once called her own. Stay with us as we navigate through these revelations, uncovering the motivations and impulses that led him down this dark and twisted path. A meticulous gathering of evidence began as she navigated through the aftermath of her discoveries, each piece a breadcrumb leading away from the image of the man she thought she knew. Suspicious activities had become routine, small actions that slipped beneath the radar of everyday life, yet left a trail for those seeking the truth. There were unexplained withdrawals from their joint accounts, sums of money disappearing into the ether, with no justification or record of their destination. His work trips, once filled with promising opportunities, now seemed like veiled escapes, each journey leaving a fingerprint of doubt on her heart. She unearthed a paper trail of receipts and bookings that hinted at indulgences inconsistent with their shared budget, transactions that spoke of a life lived beyond her gaze. There was a growing collection of hotel bills and restaurant tabs, each one a thread weaving a narrative of clandestine escapades and unexplained evenings. Friends who had once been oblivious to the subtle undercurrents began to notice his erratic behavior, recounting encounters where his demeanor seemed strained, words rushed and eyes restless as if constantly searching for an escape. They recalled whispered conversations overheard in dimly lit corners, fragments of exchanges that painted a picture of a man caught in a web of his own making. Witness statements began to surface, each one a brushstroke adding to the portrait of deceit that overshadowed his publicly known persona. A neighbor recalled seeing him with a woman not his wife, their interaction too familiar to be dismissed as casual. Another remembered him arriving home in the early hours, stumbling through the shadows with a disheveled look that betrayed more than just a long day at work. These testimonies began to coalesce, forming a mosaic of deception that solidified her growing suspicions. The picture that emerged was starkly different from the one he had carefully curated, an unsettling vision that stood in direct contrast to the life they had projected to the world. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the labyrinth of lies and truths, piecing together the fragments of a life built on illusion and uncovering the stark reality that lay beneath the polished veneer of their once idyllic existence. The turning point arrived one fateful evening under a sky that weighed heavily as if knowing the tale about to unfold. It was a night shrouded in silence until a single confrontation shattered the fragile peace. The confrontation was raw and unexpected, like a lightning bolt piercing through the night, illuminating the darkness that had enveloped their lives. She stood there, heart-pounding, as she laid the damning evidence before him. Words flew between them, each one charged with the weight of truth and betrayal. He could no longer hide behind charming smiles and half-truths. In that moment, suspicions solidified into undeniable realities, the mask he wore slipping irrevocably. The confrontation set into motion a series of events that would redefine everything they knew. The community's reaction was swift and unforgiving. Whispers turned into conversations, conversations into a chorus echoing throughout the neighborhood. The couple that had once been admired and even envied now stood at the center of discussions marked by disbelief and speculation. Families who once shared dinners now exchanged news and fragmented stories of the unraveling marriage, each version colored with scandal and intrigue. It was a tale that rippled across social circles, altering the fabric of relationships and shifting allegiances. For those closest to them, the revelation was like a betrayal of the heart. Her family, once proud of the union, now grappled with a mix of anger and heartbreak. They gathered around her, forming a wall of support and solidarity, offering comfort as her world threatened to crumble. His family, facing the harsh light of truth, found themselves torn between loyalty and a dawning realization of the life their son had masked with deceit. Legal actions were inevitable, each one tearing further at the tattered remnants of their life together. Lawyers were summoned, and the whispers of courtrooms and legal battles began to take shape, casting shadows over mundane routines and transforming the unassuming suburb into a theater of drama. Neighbors watched from their windows, drawn into the unfolding drama, each development leaving them perched on the edge of intrigue and disbelief. As the story spread beyond their quiet corner, it gained momentum, reaching the ears of those who had never seen the couple, yet felt compelled by the human tragedy it represented. Media outlets caught wind of the scandal, amplifying their reality into snippets and headlines that reached far and wide. With each broadcast, the tale grew, morphing from a personal tragedy into a broader narrative, a reflection of hidden lives and secrets that lurk beneath the surface of even the most idyllic appearances. In the midst of this turmoil, she found herself at a crossroads, standing on the precipice of a new chapter, shaped by revelations and choices that would chart the course of their future. Stay with us as we navigate the aftermath of this pivotal moment, exploring the intricate pathways forged by choices and consequences, and uncovering the deeper truths that lay hidden in the shadows of this extraordinary tale. The shocking revelation came like a thunderstorm, sudden and unrelenting, sweeping away the remnants of certainty she clung to. Her heart trembled with the weight of realization as she unearthed the last piece of evidence. It was a simple document, buried amidst files that seemed ordinary at first glance, but within its lines lay the truth she dreaded. The darkness she'd sensed now took shape in undeniable clarity. In that moment, an avalanche of emotions crashed over her, a tidal wave of disbelief, anger, and heartbreak mingled in a chaotic symphony that left her breathless. Her mind raced through memories, piecing together the puzzle of his deceit, each moment now painted with a suspicion that eluded her before. His motivations, once obscured, now flickered to life in her thoughts. There was greed, perhaps, a hunger for a life beyond their means, a thirst for excitement that their quiet existence could not quench. Or maybe it was the allure of living on the edge, playing a dangerous game where each secret victory fed his ego. She wondered if he ever paused to consider the risks, the people he would inevitably hurt, or if he was blinded by the thrill of his hidden life. Her mind grasped for answers, struggling to understand the man she had shared her dreams and future with, yet who had become a stranger woven from shadows and falsehoods. The immediate consequences of this discovery rippled through her world like shockwaves. The foundation of trust they built crumbled beneath them, leaving a gaping chasm where love and respect once thrived. Their home, once a sanctuary, transformed into a stage for confronting the bitter truths now laid bare. Each room echoed with the ghosts of arguments past, and every cherished object became a reminder of the betrayal that now defined her reality. As the truth unfurled its wings, she faced a choice that would define her path forward. In the stillness following the storm, whispers of strength began to emerge from the ruins, urging her toward a new beginning. But for now, the weight of revelation lingered, casting long shadows over her once bright world. Stay with us as we journey deeper into the aftermath of this revelation, discovering the paths forged by the choices she will soon make and the profound impact of his actions on their intertwined destinies. The impact on family and friends rippled outwards like a stone cast into a tranquil pond, each circle spreading wider, touching lives in unforeseen ways. The revelations sent shockwaves through their closest circles, shattering the illusion of stability that had once been taken for granted. Family members found themselves grappling with the dual realities of love and betrayal, forced to reconcile the person they knew with the stranger revealed by his actions. Her parents, pillars of guidance and wisdom, felt the sting of the betrayal as if it were their own. They gathered her in their arms, offering solace in whispers of kindness and promises of unwavering support. Yet, beneath their comforting presence, an undercurrent of anger simmered, questioning how someone they welcomed into their family could weave such a web of deceit. Friends, once part of their vibrant social tapestry, faced the harsh truths of loyalty and perception. Divisions began to emerge, some friends choosing sides, while others retreated, unsure of how to navigate the fractured landscape. Conversations that were once filled with casual laughter now carried the weight of unsaid questions, each meeting tinged with an awareness of the unspoken elephant in the room. Within this upheaval, pockets of support began to form, small circles of trust where vulnerability was met with understanding. Old friendships rekindled by shared history, new ones forged in solidarity and empathy, each bond a reminder that despite the chaos, connections could still endure. For her, these ties became lifelines, strands of support, weaving a safety net to catch her as she stumbled through the debris of a life she no longer recognized. As time passed, the community that once watched from afar began to play a more active role. Neighbors extended gestures of goodwill, meals left at a doorstep, notes of encouragement slipped through her letterbox, transforming gestures into threads of hope woven through the fabric of a healing journey. The impact on his family mirrored the turmoil experienced by hers, yet with a complex layer of bewilderment and shame. Torn between defending their son and confronting the reality of his actions, they found themselves at odds with their emotions, their family gatherings now underscored by an uncomfortable silence. They too faced a crossroads where the path chosen would determine the direction of their unity and strength. Through this tumultuous time, the landscape of relationships realigned, revealing the true depth and resilience of familial and social bonds. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the ever-shifting dynamics of this tale, exploring the human capacity for forgiveness and growth amidst the trials of betrayal and heartbreak. The legal battle begins with a flurry of motions and strategies as the intricate process of building a case against him unfolds. Lawyers huddle in dimly lit offices, papers spread across polished tables, each document a piece of the puzzle they must construct with precision. The stakes are high, and there is no room for error. Every decision is weighed carefully, every word scrutinized, for this is a battle not only of facts, but of perception and narrative. In the midst of this whirlwind, investigators work tirelessly, assembling the threads of evidence into a coherent tapestry of truth. They sift through mountains of data, piecing together timelines and connections, their determination fueled by the pursuit of justice. The legal team, composed of seasoned attorneys and meticulous paralegals, deploy their expertise to build a strong, irrefutable case. Discussions with law enforcement reveal the complexity of the investigation. Officers recount their initial findings, the seemingly innocuous details that, when viewed in hindsight, painted a picture of a life steeped in deceit. Detective Larson, a veteran with years of experience, recalls the late nights spent reviewing confessions and leads, each revelation a stepping stone toward the inevitable confrontation in court. His calm demeanor belies the gravity of the task at hand, as he outlines the chronology of events that are now the backbone of their case. Witness interviews, each more illuminating than the last, are catalogued and analyzed. The legal team listens intently to testimonies from those who once knew him as a trusted friend, colleagues who observed the cracks in his façade long before the truth emerged. These accounts are scrutinized, their credibility assessed, for in this battle, every testimony holds the potential to tip the scales of justice. Forensic experts take the stand, their testimonies infused with the language of science and expertise. They describe the methods used to uncover financial discrepancies and fraudulent transactions, their findings lending weight to the mounting evidence against him. In the court of public opinion, the narrative begins to take shape, a tapestry of motives and actions woven from the fabric of truth and lies. As the courtroom drama intensifies, the defense mounts its strategies, dissecting every argument, seeking any inconsistency that might offer a foothold. In this arena, the battle is fought not just with facts, but with the skill of persuasion, each side vying for the trust and belief of the jury. Stay with us as this legal odyssey continues, exploring the layers of law and emotion that intertwine in the pursuit of justice and uncovering the profound truths and implications that ripple beyond the courtroom walls. The courtroom buzzed with an undercurrent of anticipation, a mosaic of whispers and rustling papers filling the air as the trial of the year was set to unfold. The tension was palpable, hanging heavily over the spectators who filled every available seat, their eyes fixed on the proceedings with a mixture of curiosity and disbelief. It was a mosaic of characters brought together by the gravity of the case, each one carrying their own perspective and silent judgment. As the proceedings commenced, the atmosphere shifted, growing charged with the intensity of the drama about to unfold. The prosecutor, a seasoned attorney with a reputation for incisive questioning, approached the stand with unwavering confidence. The opening arguments laid bare the narrative of betrayal, painting a vivid picture of deception and wrongful acts that would captivate the courtroom for days to come. Key testimonies began to unravel the intricate web of lies. One by one, witnesses took the stand, their words carefully measured, but each adding a vital thread to the tapestry of truth. A former colleague recounted suspicious financial dealings, his testimony punctuated by moments of introspective silence as he grappled with the duality of friendship and deceit. As his voice echoed through the room, eyes darted toward the husband, searching for a flicker of remorse or acknowledgement of the words ringing out. The tension mounted as the forensic expert detailed the financial anomalies, the crisp clarity of their findings leaving little room for doubt. Their analysis, delivered with precision, peeled back the layers of seemingly innocuous transactions to reveal a pattern of calculated deceit. The weight of their evidence hung in the air, each transaction, a brick in the wall between truth and illusion. In stark contrast stood the husband, his defense strategy equal parts tactical and emotional. His attorney, known for crafting compelling defenses, wove a narrative that sought to humanize him, to paint his actions as moments of human frailty rather than calculated betrayal. Through cross-examining witnesses, he aimed to create flickers of doubt, hoping to blur the clear lines laid by the prosecution. Moments of tension crackled as each side advanced their narrative. Spectators leaned forward, holding their collective breath during cross-examinations that escalated into verbal duels, words slicing through the air like finely honed blades. Faces in the jury box revealed a myriad of emotions, eyes flickering between the husband and the prosecutor as they navigated the labyrinth of evidence presented. The defining moment came when an unexpected witness took the stand, offering a perspective that cast previous testimonies in a new light. Their words stirred the room, pulling the narrative into unforeseen territory. It was a pivot that set tongues wagging and pens scribbling furiously as courtroom sketches sought to capture the essence of a scene that would remain etched in memory. With every session, the trial edged closer to its climax, leaving a trail of tension and revelation in its wake. The courtroom became a theater of human emotion, where truth and perception wove an intricate dance, leading all who witnessed it to question the nature of guilt and innocence. Stay with us as we navigate this maze of legal maneuvering, uncovering the seismic shifts and moments of clarity that defined this extraordinary trial and linger in the minds of all who sat in that room. The verdict reverberated through the room like a thunderclap, a defining moment that held the collective breath of all present. As the jury filed back into their seats, each face wore a mask of solemnity, reflecting the weight of their responsibility in this high-stakes drama. The courtroom seemed to shrink in that instant, the anticipation so thick it felt almost tangible. This was the moment of truth, the culmination of a trial that had gripped the public's imagination with its intricate weave of deception and betrayal. As the foreperson rose, delivering the verdict in a voice steady yet charged with gravity, the words that followed seemed to echo in slow motion: guilty. The room erupted in a cacophony of gasps, whispers, and the muffled cries of those who had held on to hope for a different outcome. The husband's face, once composed under the scrutiny of the court's gaze, now bore the unmistakable marks of resignation and defeat. The reaction from the victim's family was immediate and visceral, a release of emotion long held in check. Tears of relief mingled with a bittersweet sense of justice served, their hearts caught in a tumult of gratitude and sorrow for the journey that had brought them to this moment. They clung to one another, forming a fortress of unity as the reality of the decision sank in, providing a measure of closure amidst the chaos. The broader public, drawn to the trial by its promise of salacious details and dramatic turns, found themselves in reflective silence as they digested the outcome. Opinions that had once been fervently debated over dinner tables and in online forums now gave way to a more profound contemplation of the nature of truth and the complexities of human character. The verdict transcended the boundaries of the courtroom, sparking discussions about trust, deception, and the shadows that hide in plain sight. Outside the courthouse, the media stood poised to capture every reaction, their cameras and microphones eager for statements that would color the evening news. As the crowd slowly dispersed, there was a sense of finality, a chapter closed yet leaving behind echoes that would linger long after the courtroom doors had shut. Stay with us as we journey beyond the verdict, exploring the ripples of this decision on the lives it touched and the paths it set into motion in the aftermath of a story that captivated so many. Life after the trial dawned with a heavy quietness, a marked contrast to the whirlwind of courtroom battles and public scrutiny. The verdict, though a balm to the festering wound of betrayal, left a void that begged to be filled with something more than the echo of past grievances. She found herself standing at a crossroads of emotions: pain, relief, anger, and the faintest glimmer of hope for renewal. Her journey toward healing was not an overnight transformation, but rather a deliberate process of reclaiming pieces of herself previously lost to the shadow of betrayal. In moments of solitude, she reflected on the life she had known and the one she was now tasked with rebuilding. Interviews with her reveal a woman of quiet strength, her voice steady as she recounts the steps she took to emerge from beneath the weight of her past. Initially, her days were marked by a sense of inertia, the routine of existence, a constant reminder of what had been shattered. Friends and family, once pillars during the trial, now became her lifeline, their presence a reminder of love enduring beyond circumstances. It was through their unwavering support that she began to see glimmers of her future, one step at a time. She spoke of therapeutic sessions, each one a safe harbor where she could unravel her thoughts, untangle the knots of grief, and slowly weave a tapestry of understanding from the threads of her experience. The process was often painful, yet equally cathartic, each revelation a stepping stone toward acceptance and eventual peace. Her story is one of resilience, demonstrating the human capacity to adapt and grow even when faced with profound adversity. Embracing creativity became a surprising source of solace for her, a way to channel her emotions into physical form, allowing her to express what words often failed to capture. She took to writing, crafting stories that mirrored her own journey, stories where protagonists found strength in vulnerability and redemption in self-discovery. It was through these tales that she rediscovered her voice, a voice now resonant with newfound confidence and clarity. Life after the trial also saw her stepping into uncharted territory, shedding roles once defined by her past and embracing those that aligned with her evolving identity. She found empowerment in helping others who had endured similar trials, her experiences offering solace and guidance to those navigating their own tumultuous paths. This sense of purpose infused her days with meaning, a testament to her determination to transform pain into progress. Through her journey, the community around her witnessed a remarkable transformation, one that inspired and uplifted. Her story, once marked by shadows, now served as a beacon of hope for those seeking light in their darkest moments. The threads of her narrative interwove with the lives she touched, a reminder that healing, though deeply personal, often ripples outward, touching others in significant ways. As she looked back on the journey thus far, she recognized the resilience that had carried her through, a strength forged in the crucible of hardship. Her story remains a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, a narrative of healing and rebirth that continues to unfold, one determined step at a time. Stay with us as we delve further into the lessons learned from her journey, exploring broader themes that resonate with everyone who has ever faced the challenge of rebuilding their lives. In the aftermath of such a bewildering story, we are drawn to reflect on the layers hidden within human nature and the lessons that can be gleaned from this narrative of trust and betrayal. A key insight from this case is the elusive nature of trust, an intricate web so profound in its strength, yet so fragile when its integrity is compromised. Trust, once shattered, reveals the hidden complexities of human relationships, urging us to approach them with a discerning mind. It reminds us of the mask many of us wear, not just to protect others from our truths, but to shield ourselves from the vulnerabilities that lay beneath. In this story, we are reminded that appearances often belied deeper realities, illustrating the darkness that can lurk, undetected, in the people we think we know. This realization encourages us to question the narratives we construct about those around us, pushing us to recognize and confront the potential for deception. It challenges us to remain vigilant and attentive, not only to the signals others give, but to the assumptions we hold. This case also prompts a reflection on the resilience of the human spirit. Despite the weight of betrayal, the ability to rise, to rebuild, and to learn from such profound experiences speaks volumes about human endurance. From this narrative, we learn the importance of maintaining a strong support system, a network of friends and family who provide the pillars upon which one can lean when the world feels unsteady. Finally, this story offers a cautionary tale about the seductive pull of secrets and the lengths one might go to keep them hidden. Secrets, like shadows, grow in the absence of light, influencing actions and decisions in unforeseeable ways. We are urged to examine our own lives, to remain transparent with those we love, and to seek truth even when it is uncomfortable. Stay with us as we engage with experts in the field, delving deeper into the psychological and sociological implications of this story, uncovering more about the complexities of trust, deception, and the strength required to overcome the darkness within. Perspectives from experts, we find, open a window to understanding the profound layers of this astonishing case. Criminologists, those who unravel the intricacies of human behavior in the face of crime, offer insights that cast new light on the motivations that lurked beneath the surface. They speak of the dual lives some lead, a phenomenon not uncommon in tales of deception, where the allure of secrecy offers a thrill that a mundane existence cannot. These experts unravel the thread of choices and consequences, explaining how minor transgressions can snowball into life-altering actions, driven by desires once hidden from view. Our conversation turns to psychologists who delve into the psyche of the individuals at the heart of this saga. They explore the complexity of trust and betrayal, examining how the human mind can compartmentalize actions to protect its fragile sense of normalcy. They discuss the impact of unmet needs on behavior, how the illusions we create become prisons of our own making. These psychologists shed light on the resilience of the victim, her journey from devastation to empowerment, showcasing the remarkable elasticity of the human spirit. Legal experts, with their keen grasp of the judicial process, provide an objective analysis of the unfolding drama in the courtroom. They break down the strategies employed, dissecting how the case was built from a collection of evidence into an irrefutable argument. They underscore the importance of due diligence and the meticulous nature of crafting a defense that speaks to both fact and emotion. These experts illuminate the delicate balance courts maintain between justice and fairness, ensuring that truth finds its way through the labyrinth of legal intricacies. Through their collective insights, we gain a deeper appreciation for the societal implications of this case. We understand how secrets can pervade not only personal realms, but ripple into the broader community, urging a re-evaluation of the narratives we accept and the truths we overlook. This story becomes a catalyst for discussions on transparency and vigilance, urging individuals to look beyond the surface and question the realities that shape their interactions with the world. Stay with us as we venture into the community's response, delving into the echoes of this tale that stirred change and exploring the collective awakening to the hidden shadows that reside within even the most familiar faces. The community's reaction unfolded like a tapestry woven with shock, disbelief, and a gradual understanding that rippled through the once quiet suburb. As the crime and trial came to light, the neighborhood, which had long basked in its serene routine, found itself thrust into a spotlight it never sought. Neighbors who exchanged friendly waves and polite conversations now faced a reality that questioned the very fabric of trust within their community. Conversations once dominated by mundane topics now turned fervent, each resident grappling with their perspective on the case. Some expressed disbelief, refusing to reconcile the charming husband they knew with the image of betrayal painted in the courtroom. Others, having witnessed subtle changes and red flags, found their suspicions validated, a sobering reminder of the complexities hidden beneath familiar veneers. The media coverage amplified their story, with news vans lining the streets and reporters eager to capture every nuance of public sentiment. Headlines screamed of deception and intrigue, transforming quiet evenings into a frenzy of discussions shared across dinner tables. The community's role became pivotal as they navigated the duality of knowing their world was both ordinary and extraordinary, each one choosing how to respond to the narrative unfolding in their midst. In the wake of the trial, local cafes buzzed with impromptu gatherings, citizens gathering to process the impact of what had transpired. Public opinion divided along lines drawn by experience and personal connection, each conversation a piece of the broader puzzle of communal consciousness. Some rallied around the victim, their empathy forging a collective resolve to offer support and understanding. Others, caught in the crosshairs of confusion, turned inward, examining their perceptions and assumptions about those they thought they knew. This soul-searching inspired a movement towards transparency and communication, encouraging neighbors to engage more deeply with one another. Community centers became hubs of activity, hosting forums where residents shared stories, fears, and insights drawn from the case. These gatherings, marked by a blend of mourning and hope, laid foundations for a renewed commitment to vigilance and mutual understanding. The case became a catalyst, transforming a community bonded by proximity into one united by shared direction and purpose. Beyond the physical bounds of the suburb, the narrative echoed into wider circles, prompting societal reflection on the hidden intricacies of human nature and relationships. As the dust settled, changes inspired by the case began to take root, marked by heightened awareness and a collective determination to recognize and confront the unseen shadows lurking in their midst. Stay with us as we conclude our exploration of this extraordinary tale, reflecting on its lessons and leaving you with a call to action, to remain vigilant, embracing the truth and seeking transparency in our own lives. The conclusion of our journey through this chilling true crime story leaves us with a profound understanding of the unseen complexities that can reside within the people we think we know. This case has not only revealed the hidden depths of one couple's relationship, but also serves as a stark reminder of the double lives that some may lead. We revisited the seemingly perfect marriage that masked a tapestry of deceit, the unraveling of secrets that ultimately led to a shocking revelation, and the intricate legal battle that ensued. Through the testimony of experts, we gained insights into the psyche of individuals driven by concealed desires, and we witnessed the community's awakening to the shadows hiding in plain sight. As we reflect on these events, we are compelled to question the nature of trust and the importance of vigilance in our own lives. How well do we truly know those we love? Are we attuned to the subtle signs that signal underlying issues? This story urges us to remain observant, to question the narratives we accept, and to ensure transparency in our relationships. We invite you, our viewers, to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. What have you learned from this narrative? How do you navigate the complexities of trust in your relationships? By engaging in this dialogue, we create a community grounded in awareness and understanding, united by a collective commitment to uncovering the truth. Remember to subscribe for more captivating stories and hit the notification bell to stay informed as we continue to explore the mysteries that unfold within the depths of human behavior. Thank you for joining us on this extraordinary journey.